WordPress is a great content management system to create and manage blog posts, stores, and all types of multi-purpose sites, but plugins are required in order to use them, and a lot of them are not free, and the costs can add up as time goes by, and that can make it harder for someone new to start their own site. An affordable option is to sign up for a GPL site where you can download the plugins, themes, still get official updates, and a whole lot of benefits. In this video, I'm gonna go through what GPL is, what are GPL plugins, how they work, and what are the best providers, where can you get them. And if you stay until the end, you can also get access to a short summary table with all of the options mentioned compared with each other in terms of costs and everything included in each one of those. It also comes with a list of WordPress plugins to keep your site fast and clean. So stay tuned if you would like to check that out. Hi, I'm Hugo from oitech.com, and in this video I will show you the best GPL WordPress theme and plugin providers so that you can build your site without spending all your budget just on themes and plugins. So you can stay tuned if you would like to check that out, save on your budget, and use it for some other important tasks such as promotional materials and everything like that. GPL stands for General Public License and is often used with what is called open source software. WordPress itself is a open source CMS or content management system software which carries this type of license. This means that every copy of WordPress, whether it's running on your server or on someone else's server, carries the exact same license. My goal here is not to bother you with the legal stuff, but what you do need to know is that any software built upon WordPress, such as themes, plugins, will still carry out the original GPL license. As you can see on the WordPress license page, although when using GPL products you can't expect to get the same level of support that people who bought it from the developers might get in certain instances. But what about the GPL WordPress plugins? Are they legal? Well, developers can sell their plugins, but once someone buys them, from then on they are free to do what they want with them because they are built upon WordPress. So the GPL providers focus on distributing these plugins, and it is perfectly legal to download the themes or plugins that carry out the GPL license. The installation process is very similar to when you are installing normal plugins on WordPress. All you need to do is just upload the zip file from your computer to your WordPress plugins on the plugin section by clicking on install and then proceeding to click on activate. So what's the difference then? Well, depending on your provider, some of them have an additional plugin to install and activate with a private activation key, giving you the benefit of allowing you to easily update the plugins from your WordPress dashboard without having to go to the site again to download every single file or the new version of the same template as soon as it comes out. Of course, if you are using a GPL site which does not have this sort of template, then you are out of luck because you will need to download the same file over and over once an update comes out. And you also have the added benefit that with a plugin from the site, from the GPL site, the same plugin that allows you to do the update, you insert a key there and then you don't need to worry anymore about licenses because everything is managed from one single plugin. This means that if you are doing agency installs or you are working with clients, it will be much easier for you to manage that. Plus, you can also use it on multiple client sites depending on the plan that you choose from your GPL provider. Now that you know what GPL plugins are, let me tell you where you can find them. So here are 5 of the best GPL providers for WordPress plugins and themes. First one is Festinger Vault for the overall ease of use use and the experience and plugin selection provided. So the main point is that it packs over 8,000 themes and plugins with one-click install and automatic updates through the Festinger Vault plugin. Just like I said before, this specific provider has you covered with a plugin that will allow you to do automatic updates for the plugins that you have already installed, and you don't need to worry about licenses. All you need to do is provide the key for the official Festinger Vault plugin, and then it will be easy to manage everything from there on. The plugins are added daily, but if the ones that you need are not available, you can still open a request for missing ones and they will provide them to you shortly after. If you are part of an agency, they also provide white labeling options, and they have around 30k plus clients, which is a lot for a GPL site. You can use the search function to check out what's available by going into the themes and plugins or make a search for a specific plugin. As for prices, they have both monthly and one-time fee options to choose from. The memberships start at $15 per month and are great if you need access to multiple plugins or you have a business centered around WordPress services. You will get a certain amount of credits to get plugins or to exchange for plugins every single day, starting at 10 available to use on one domain, and then the updates also range from 1 month to lifetime. So that means that after that period, if you don't buy a subscription or anything like that, then you won't have access to updates anymore after that time period. With one-time options, you get a certain number of credits instantly, and that's it. They will also give you lifetime updates for every single one-time purchase. Then the second one is GPL Vault. GPL Vault has a little bit less of files available for download, with around 4,000. They still feature one-click updates, but even better is the fact that there's unlimited domain usage for themes and plugins. That means you can use your downloads on as many sites as you like, although you can only download 20 items per day, which applies to all members no matter what subscription you have. If you visit this site, you can see right at the top that they have plugins and themes organized by categories from A to Z, the developer team, or an exact match. It is pretty easy to sort through them to see if the plugins that you want are available. As for the pricing, there's only two plans, either $15 per month or $19 per year, but both include the same. For the course of an entire year, the yearly plan would be cheaper at $90 than the monthly, which would cost $180 in total after 1 year. But if you don't need to use the plugins or you don't need your membership for a total of 1 year, then of course it would be cheaper to get the monthly, because then you wouldn't need to pay for time that you are not using it. Then we have GPL Cellar, and this is another option with around 5,200 plugins available inside their own plugin, which allows for automatic updates. So again, they have that feature that I've mentioned before. You only need one license to get access to the GPL Cellar plugin, and then you can pretty much search, try and install any plugin available on their selection right from your WordPress dashboard. If an update has been released by the developers and is not available yet, you can also request an update as a member and they will provide it. As for this selection, you can find an extensive list of plugins on their site or take a look at them through the WordPress dashboard by using their own GPL Cellar plugin. One thing that sets this site apart from the rest is in the flexible plans, and especially the lifetime ones where you pay once and get lifetime access to everything. The lifetime plans have no limit on downloads whatsoever, so you can install and use the plugins on as many sites needed. There's also some monthly plans with a strict number of domains, but if you need a lot of them, you would be better off with the agency plan anyways, which gets you around 1,000 activations for the GPL Cellar plugin. So it would be the equivalent to 1,000 private keys that give you access to different domains. Then we have GPL Plus. GPL Plus has 3,000 themes and plugins with unlimited domains on all plans, so that you can install them on as many sites as you want. Domains simply simply means that if you have one site with domains and subdomains, you can still use the same license, but if you have multiple sites, then this number is what really matters for it, because if you are only allowed to install it on one domain, then you can only access it from one site. They also put emphasis on 24/7 support, regular updates, and files that are verified by McAfee Secure. To see what plugins are available, you can click on plugins or themes from the menu at the top. From then on, you can sort them with different criteria or simply find what you want by using the search function. So there are three main plans available. You can pay $24.99, which is pretty much $25 for a month. You can choose to pay $199 for 1 year and $599 for the lifetime option. All have a daily download limit, and it scales up from the first to the last plan, starting on 5 downloads per day on the monthly, and then going to 10 downloads a day for the yearly plan, and lastly 20 downloads per day for the lifetime plan. But if you want to buy just a single plugin, you can also do that. They will also give you that alternative where you can pay around $5 to get the product and 1 year worth of updates. Another option is GPL Guru. GPL Guru seems to be the one on the list which has a smaller selection of plugins and themes at around 2,800 in total. They still have regular updates like the other websites and very similar features. You can go to the shop to see what plugins and themes are available. Prices may vary, but there's a lot of them for $8 and $10, and one would assume, of course, that this is a one-time purchase. Like I just said, you can buy plugins once through their store or get a membership for 1 month, which is the junior membership at $14.99, or a 1 year membership, which is a VIP at $49. If you choose the VIP plan, you will be paying around $4 per month, which becomes cheaper than the monthly option as time goes by. Of course, if you don't need the 1 year membership, you have already purchased the plan anyway, so you gotta think whether or not it is worthy for your use case. Both plans have a daily download limit for 12 files, and that's about it for this site. Lastly, we have theme price with 4,000 plugins and themes available for download. Each file is scanned using Sucuri, and they have a 7-day money-back guarantee, which seems to be lower than other sites which provide 30-day money-back guarantees. You can also get automatic updates by installing their own WordPress plugin on your own WordPress site, so you don't need to go back and forth downloading and uploading zip files. From the top menu, you can get a general idea of what type of plugins and themes are available by looking at the drop-down menus. An extra category is web templates, which are just site templates you can use even if you are not using WordPress, since they include raw HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. You have multiple payment options, so you can buy a single item for $4, or you can also opt for a membership, and the plans for membership are 4 as it follows, and they are all considered premium memberships. There's the monthly, which costs $10 for 20 downloads per day, then the yearly or the annual for $55 and has a limit of 40 downloads per day. There's also the lifetime for a one-time fee of $125, which gives you a limit of 50 downloads per day, and then there is the F here for $29 for 6 months, and it gives you a limit of 30 downloads per day. All plans include unlimited domains, automatic updates, and support, but of course the support that these sites give you is if you have any trouble with the installation and things like that, because they cannot give you support if there is a bug that has been included in the official release, for example, whereas the official developers would be able to help you. Besides looking at GPL sites, you also have other options. For example, if you go to Fiverr or other freelancing websites, you will see that there are some people there who actually provide you with plugins as well, although you don't know for sure if the plugins are official versions, just like in GPL, which are just clear copies of the official version of the plugin, because the plugins can be distributed, or if they are nulled versions. So if you want to know that, you should contact the specific freelancer on there. But if you don't want to deal with that sort of stuff, then you can opt to use GPL sites, which in turn will give you much more benefits regarding the updates, all the tutorials that you need, and even a bigger selection of templates. Sometimes even on those freelancing sites, you can just hire a service for web design or building a WordPress site, and then they might include the plugins already, which is also pretty cool. Plus, you already know what GPL sites are, and sometimes the plugins that are being sold on Fiverr end up being more expensive than the ones that you can purchase from a GPL site or a membership, because some of the people there are actually purchasing those GPL plugins from the providers that I've mentioned and then selling them on freelancing platforms. So you gotta be aware of that. So let me know if you did already know that GPL plugins were a thing. Let me know if you are already using a GPL site like this. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more digital marketing tips and some crypto stuff. You can check out the description for all of the links mentioned on the video, including all the GPL sites, and there's also a sheet there that will show you a table comparing all of the sites mentioned on this video, plus some recommendations for WordPress templates if you want to build a fast and clean WordPress site. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.